Good morning, everybody. Today is an important day. It's the birthday of leader Periyar, EVR. It's celebrated as Social Justice Day. Let's take a resolution that all men and women are equal. All human beings, regardless of the caste, religion or creed, we are all equal. So that's one important message which I wanted to convey today, Social Justice Day. So before I speak, I want to understand something. How many of you are MTech students here? Please raise your hand. MTech. Okay, thank you. MCA? Okay. MSc? Okay. And MSW and MDes? Okay, thank you. So now I wanted to understand the profile of the audience here. That's why I did that. And I was actually pleasantly surprised to see so many parents who have come here today. Let's give a big round of applause to all our parents who have come here today. Because I didn't expect, let me be frank, I didn't expect so many parents to be present. Because usually parents, if it's the inauguration of the bachelor's degree courses, I see a lot of parents. That's not a big surprise, right? The first time, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds coming out. But I'm seeing so many parents here. That shows the kind of interest and dedication our Indian parents have towards their children. Really amazing. I really appreciate what you are doing here. That kind of care is what makes India proud. What makes India stand up, and others are looking up to us. That kind of family system we have developed. Benjamin Franklin said, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. All of us need to plan our career. Right? So some of you have finished your BSc and joined MSc here. Some of you have finished BTech and joined MTech here. So various other things you have done, and then you are entering your master's degree now. What's your plan? All of us should have a plan, right? So unless you have a plan, then you'll start drifting into wherever life takes you. You should be controlling your life's plan. So planning is important. So as I think about you, I think about 3 career paths which you can take. One is getting an employment. 2, going for higher education. 3, becoming an entrepreneur. And some of you might have some family business. So it's like you can join your family business and improve the family business also. So major 3 paths. So you need to think about what your career path is and take some decisions which will take you towards that path. So one of the major career paths I would suggest for most of you is research. Research is an outstanding career which is booming. Not just research, it combines with teaching also. Becoming a professor or a research scientist, a combination of both research and teaching is an excellent career choice which I want you to consider. Because our country, in fact our world, there's a terrible shortage of academics and research professionals. There's a very good demand. In fact, I would appeal for you to consider VIT as an employer later, because VIT is one of the best employers, best master payer. For example, we would be considered as a super dream company. Am I correct in saying that we offer more than 10 lakh CTC for a beginner in academic profession? So, of course, we as a principal, because of UGC simulations, etc., we don't take our own PhDs, we discourage. So, as Provis was talking about, he was talking about joining PhD here, that's one option. But you could go to some other institution for PhD and come back to VIT as a faculty member or a research professional. That I would prefer more. I want to keep you, I'm having a lot of self-interest. So, I would like to see you, many of you, back in VIT as a faculty member, a professor or a research scientist at VIT. And there are many other great institutions where you can do your Ph.D. Of course, GATE exam is an important preparation for many of you to take in order to get into some of the top universities. So, as was pointed out, VIT is one of the top 10 research institutions in the country. It did not reach this position overnight. It has taken so many years because of the hard work of our faculty members and research scholars. Let's give a big round of applause to all our faculty members and research scholars. But for their work, VIT couldn't have reached this top 10 position in research. And we are not a government-funded institution. We are not IIT or IISc where hundreds of crores of money is being given from government to do research. It's a self-financing institution, and in spite of it, even though it's not a level playing field, VIT has managed to reach the top 10, and we are not going to stop here in top 10. We are going to become top 1 of the country with the kind of research we are going to do. There are excellent research facilities which I want you to go through and think of formulating a research career. That's one aspect. The second aspect which I wanted to talk about is getting a great employment. As was pointed out, we have an outstanding placement center, the CDC office. The opportunities are plenty, but you got to be very clear about your fundamentals and how to apply your fundamentals. There is going to be a huge cultural shift, academic cultural shift. Many of you are coming from, or most of you are coming from different other institutions where the cultural aspect, I'm talking about the academic culture being very different from what is in VIT. You have a very short time frame, 1 to 2 years. MTech, most of you will be going for internships and projects after 1 year. So you have a very short time period at VIT. So you got to utilize every minute of it. You don't have single minute to waste. So you don't have the luxury of a longer time frame. You have to learn in a very short time. So you got to stay focused, especially the period you're going to be in the campus. You're going to stay focused and get a good CGPA and attend all those interviews and get a great opportunity. I want you to participate in all the hackathons, coding competitions, the conferences we are going to conduct. So you're going to be extremely busy. You will not have time for other activities. So I want you to stay focused. And those of you who are in the field of computer science, I want you to contribute to open source software, like participating in GitHub kind of websites. And I also want to emphasize the importance of networking. So I'm sure, or let me ask, how many of you have LinkedIn account? Please raise your hand. Very good, very good. Please. I'm so glad you are understanding the importance of professional networking. Right? So you will realize that your network is what is going to help you throughout your life. So you got to expand your professional network and make sure you are connected with the industries, leaders of the industry. There are going to be many people visiting VIT, so you should stay connected with them and stay connected with your peers. So professional networking is important, and also your digital footprint. What you post on the internet, on social media or anything is going to stay forever. So be careful. You know that employers look for what you posted on social media. Even visa issuing agencies. When I applied for my American visa, they asked, what's your Facebook handle? What's your Twitter handle? Everybody's going to go through what you posted on your social media, your Insta or any such account. So be careful. You might think it's just a play. But once you post it on the internet, it never goes away. It keeps coming back here and there. So you got to be very careful about your online reputation also, not just your offline reputation. Your online reputation precedes. So you got to be very careful about what you post online. And online safety, you got to be careful. on the other hand, you should not get involved in any kind of cyber crimes, or, it could look cool. Somebody might tell you that it's cool to break into some system. Physically none of you will go to a jewelry store in the night, wear a mask and open the lock, right? But if somebody comes and say, let's go and hack this system, you'll think it's really cool, I'm very intelligent. What happens? You end up in the same prison along with the fellow who tried to open a jewelry shop. The cyber security has developed so much, they can easily trace you. Whether you write some stupid email to somebody, anything can be traced. So, I know you probably know already this, but somebody has to tell you. I'm going to be the bad boy telling you all this. So your online behavior is equally important, and don't get into any bad habits. You might have had some bad habits, bad friends in your previous institution. Forget it. You stay focused. Stay focused on your career, because companies are going to look for what you have done. For example, projects, right? How innovative you are. Innovation is what they are looking for. So you got to think of what kind of projects you can do, what kind of publications you can make. Paper publications are very important at your stage. So you can partner with our faculty. We have outstanding faculty here. So it's up to you to utilize this faculty's potential and focus on becoming great. And I'm sure you'll be able to achieve your goals very well in your life with the help of this launching pad called VIT. And let me close with Vivekananda's words. Arise, awake, and stop not till your goal is reached. Wish you all the best.